Colin, I want to bring you out here, man, because you did it a whole different way.
I did.
And we're awesomely waiting for your version of the story because you're just humming on all cylinders, man. Got the new Maserati. I saw the pictures.
Yeah, man.
Out in his beach house in California. Welcome, Colin Watson, man. Congratulations on making it to the panel because you only make it here because you're kicking ass, and that's why we want to hear your story, man.
Wow. Can you hear me? Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you great, brother.
Oh, first, I'm completely honored to be here on the panel. Are you kidding me? This is like you sit back and you watch kind of the major leagues and you sit back and kind of go, wish one day I can be up there with one of these guys and gals. And so I get the email from you and I'm like, is he shitting me or what? I'm honored to be here, man. Thank you. And Frank and I go back a ways, and I got to tell you that with all sincerity, what I learned from Franco a few years ago pretty much, I say saved my life because I was struggling trying to figure out how to do this thing, and I think the one lesson the biggest lesson I got from him is the authenticity. Just be yourself, be Colin Inc. no matter what you do, and somehow make it work. So you fast forward that I was struggling with this Empower Network. I love the concept. I understood the concept, but I think that the first breakthrough was in Denver because I couldn't figure out why am I not getting the engagement from the people on my list. I had a pretty decent sized list, but they just was getting a lot of resistance and pushback, and I kept thinking to myself, and I remember Dave Wood, giving us that assignment. And I'm like, what am I doing? And I realized that, I had dual focus. I was like, my primary business is my baby. I love what I do. It does extremely well, and I was having a hard time kind of taking my focus away from it to try and build something else. And so I was kind of in I guess, dual, dual hemispheres. And I think that when you're not committed to one or the other and you're in dual places, I think it's really difficult to try and get it to take off. So I had to figure out a way to build them both together to make sure that I was doing what I love to do, but also use the platform. And I think the second major breakthrough came through when I was in Anaheim, because I asked the question again. I was like, you know what? I'm stuck. I can't figure out how to. I know how beneficial this Empower Network platform will be for people that are on my list, but that just can't seem to get the message. So the bells went off, and I realized, you know what? I have to still be me. I got to still do what I love to do. And I'm a coach, and I'm a weight loss guy, and that's what I love to do. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to get the people on my list to realize the power of why am I so passionate about this Empower Network blog. And that's what Franco kind of alluded to. The accountability factor in any kind of task you want to accomplish, even if it's making money online or losing weight, the accountability is the most important thing. You can have the best roadmap to any treasure in the world, but if you don't have the commitment or stick-to-itness to get to it, your user will fall short. And so what I realized, the big light went off is that, you know what, if I could get people, these are the three things that I got that I think finally connected for me. Number one, I wanted to be able to give people information and not have to repeat myself 100 times. So my thing is that when I saw the big picture of the Empower Network blogging system, that if I answered somebody that was in there as a coaching client or someone who was following my program, if I answered it, then I could actually, that answer would be there in stone forever. So if someone else had that answer, had that question, there would be a place for them to refer to. Number two, I was now having two things that I was trying to build, and now you see that my family life was getting smaller and smaller and smaller. But I'm one of those guys. I have ridiculous work ethic, so I will be up all night long to solve a problem, which is not real great if you really love your wife a lot, right? So, and your kids. So I had to figure out another thing. The problem that I was trying to solve for myself was how do I make my time management so to where I can literally spend a certain amount of time doing what I do, help people get where they want to go, but also have time off to where I can literally close the door and not feel like I'm leaving somebody behind or not answering a call. And the last one, I wanted to be able, I needed to know for me personally that anything that I do, like my weight loss program, I know that it's duplication. I know for a fact that if somebody follows my plan, they'll have success. And for me, since I was having this difficulty trying to connect the dots in the Empower Network thing, I wanted to have a foundation where people who signed up under me, who were on my team, would be able to have the same success. So by them taking a journey with me, because they had it, we all had a common problem. Their problem was they needed to lose weight. But I realized that when I first met Franco, you know, I kind of got to I created my business with a YouTube channel and a blog. I mean, that's really how I put myself on the map. And so for me, I'm like going, well, guess what? These are the tools right here. Now they're just better. They're supercharged, if you will. Instead of me having to figure out how to create a blog and figure out how to set it up, this tool is already here now. Now I can help these people not only create their own journey, create their story, and be able to then take that story and monetize it like I did. So that's when I finally was able to put the pieces together. I think, and this is I think what's really important. When I was finally able to get the pieces together in my mind, how I could actually be in two places at one time, how I could blend my primary business and my Empower Network business and make them work together, so I didn't feel like I was cheating on my wife, kind of thing. When I say that, you know, my business being my wife and Empower Network being my girlfriend, kind of thing, it just wasn't congruent. So I figured that how do I make them just one person? And so by doing that, I decided to create. I actually followed the concept of Dave and Dave's launch. I said, you know what? I'm going to create my own little contest, if you will, a weight loss challenge, and my goal is that I want to help people, a group of people, reach a total of 1 million pounds lost over the next 12 months. I was going to give people all the coaching, all the content, everything that I know about getting the best shape of your life in the same spot by using the Empower Network. But the only caveat was that the price of admission was they had to have the blog. They had to be willing to be accountable, to be held accountable, and they had to be willing to use the blog daily to track their journey, because I knew if they did that, they would stay focused, they would stay in the present, they wouldn't get caught up in all their, all the garbage. And I decided to do it in the middle of the holidays, because I knew in the holidays where people have the wish list for January 1st. I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. I believe that it's completely means to resolve again. You're resolving the same things you wished for last year. So what would it be like to actually have what you want before the new year even came? So that's really what I did. I finally got it in my head, and then finally put it out on paper and did like my own little mini launch. And you think that it's what's blowing up now, but I already have like 400 people sitting on the list for me to actually launch my weight loss challenge this weekend. And the only people that are on the VIP list are the people to be on the VIP list. It was you had to commit basically weeks in advance that you wanted to be in this challenge. You wanted this type of coaching. You wanted this program. And so I delayed it. Number one, because of the launch, I wanted to make sure all the pieces were working. And we're still working on that. But also to make sure that their commitment was so high that by the time that we actually opened the doors and launched it and allowed them to actually sign up, because I took down my sign-up pages. I took down everything that they couldn't get access to it, at least easily, until I actually opened the doors. And so I expect a 98% sign-up ratio, because of the fact that the only people, I have, that's the 13,000 other people on my list, they're not the ones that are serious. The 400 that actually have been sitting there waiting for my content, that have been lining up, emailing me, waiting, can you please get your foot off the brake? I'm ready to just get started. These are the people that I know will actually do what I need them to do. I know they'll use the blogging system. I know they'll do their journey, they'll follow their journey. I know they'll follow the plan. And this is where I kind of got the big picture. Because for me, and it's in my head because you guys don't know me or what I do, but the type of weight loss that I produce in our program, it's the kind of weight loss that people within a matter of a couple of weeks, they can't help but ask you what the heck you're doing. I mean, it's just so rapid and so amazing that they can't help it. And so what happened is that most people would always say, well, hey, Mike, I want this guy Colin, and they would send him to my website. I wanted people to have the ability to send them to their own blogs in order to create their own teams, and track their journey instead of my journey. So what I foresee coming from this challenge and these multiple challenges over the next 12 months is that for every one person that gets great results with our program, that opens up the door for 10 other people. In order for them to get the content, the only place on the planet they're going to be able to get this coaching content is within the blogging system. They get a peek of it on Facebook, they get a peek of it on my YouTube channel, they get a peek of it on my website, but the only place they can access this content is by being a member of the blogging system. And the fact is, the way that the system is set up, the blogging system is set up, is that you are able to build your teams, which I call your circle of influence. The people that, guess what? If you want to lose weight and keep it off, you are basically, if you're overweight, there's a good chance that the majority of the people that are in your closest circle of influence are probably overweight as well. It's just life, right? So in order for you to maintain your success, you got to pay it forward. So what's going to happen is people are going to ask you what the heck you're doing, and you're going to be able to say, look, you know what, I'm on this weight loss thing. I've been tracking my journey. I can show you exactly what I've been doing. If you want to get started, I got the coach for you. He's the #1 coach in the world when it comes to this particular weight loss. All you got to do is come in, sign up for your blogging system, and tune in and start following the protocol exactly how we have it laid out. You too can have the same results, and just repeat, rinse and repeat over and over and over again. So my goal to get to 1 million pounds lost is to get the largest number of bodies in this particular challenge having the highest level of weight loss success ever seen on the freaking planet. Okay, I mean, there's a reason for what I'm doing, because I have a big passion, because I believe that this weight loss protocol needs to be a mainstream thing. And so my passion is my business, my love for helping people get in shape, utilizing the talent that was created by Dave and David. I mean, this brilliant profile, and all I'm doing basically is kind of following them and somehow figuring out a way to do it my way. And I think that that's kind of the nugget that I want to give people, that, you know, if you're trying, all you guys on this platform have great success, and you all have figured out your way of creating this great success. And I've tried maybe for 4 or 5 months doing it someone else's way, but until I could actually figure out how to do it my way, there was a block, there was a challenge. So everyone, I believe, has a talent. Everyone has something that they know how to do. There's something that they can show somebody, teach somebody, that only they know, or they know more than anybody else. And so my recommendation or suggestion is find your love, find your passion, and then take that passion and show somebody how to do the same thing with your passion by utilizing this blogging system, instead of trying to be something or somebody you're not. I think I'm an internet marketer by default. You know, it's because it's a part of what I have to do in order to run my business. But I'm a guy that loves helping people change their life and transform their body. That's what I love to do. So as soon as I was able to connect my passion and get my head around how to do it cohesively with this program, I think that's what, you know, allowed me to take it to another level, which I believe, and I'm hoping and praying is just the tip of the iceberg, because it is the tip of the iceberg, because of the fact that I know what I really want to. I mean, I want to change lives. And when you want to change lives and you're really that passionate about it, you can't fail. You just can't fail. I mean, it's just, that is, the universe automatically says, you know what, I got your back. So I'm just now navigating the minefields in order how to figure out my way how to do it, and hopefully leave enough of enough breadcrumbs behind me that every single person on my team will be able to pick up those breadcrumbs and follow me and do the same thing, but then find their own special them and be able to kind of branch out and then create whatever they need to create from it. But ultimately, the first step was getting them in, giving them something I know how to do, and then making them use the platform, because sometimes people don't know. You know, your kids don't know what's good for them until you give them. They don't know the medicine is good for them. They need to have it until you give it to them. Well, journaling and actually blogging about their protocol and blogging about what's going on with them, and having the ability to either use video or audio or written text, they don't realize it's going to show them why they've failed in the past. All of a sudden, they're going to have aha moment after aha moment of what got in their way, because now they're forced to pay attention and be present and conscious. And so that's really much it. I mean, it's just, as you can tell, I'm so excited.
I love that, man.
You know, I'm so excited.
I love your passion, man. Just add passion, and just about anything will work, right? Just add passion. I got a couple of nuggets for the multitude out here to take away from because Colin knows what he hit on, but there's not a lot of people in the crowd right now that are going to truly appreciate what level of marketing depth he went to right now. Let me just distill the gold. And I can see anyone we bring into this platform is thoroughly immersed in our actual products, because Lisa sounded like we had listened to the same Inner Circle audio about authenticity. It sounds like Colin has listened to the same audios in the Inner Circle about authenticity. But there's something, and I'll tell you exactly where it's at. It's video number 1 in the Costa Rica Mastermind, our $500 marketing education product. I know he's been in there because you guys will know a term, what he just created in his existing business system by using, and can you imagine, Colin, yoga instructors having their clients journal about their progress getting better in yoga? Can you imagine cardiologists? Can you imagine just about any other field that is quote unquote out there to help people improve in whatever shape, physical, emotional, spiritual, having their people use a platform like this to journal about their success, because there's something that happens. Number one, you are commanding emotional buy-in first. Number two, to be able to work with you, you're also directing people to put some skin in the game. You're not telling them, oh, just go buy a $2 journal at Walmart. You know, because if you're living a life worth living is worth recording, right? So a life worth living is worth recording. So you're letting them know, no. It's none of that cheapo $2 journal thing that you're going to toss in the back of the car and forget about. You're going to get this platform, and you're going to blog about it and journal together, because then, mixed in together, you're creating what Dave Wood termed in his teaching in that course. And again, that's right out of the Costa Rica Mastermind, $500 product. You refer that one time, you get all your money back, 100% commission. But it teaches a concept called viral sustainability. Your business, your fitness business, is about to blow the hell up. And I'll tell you exactly why. You're being authentic. Your passion comes out in all of your content, whether it's video, audio, blog, or Facebook. You're using the viral reach of Facebook to reach people, because you're in a very viral niche. When people cannot deny when somebody drops 20 pounds in a short period of time. You know, one time they see you and your profile pic looks like and then now it's wow, right? And you can't deny that in your niche. That's fire on Facebook. But now, having everybody journal on their blog, and that's the only way to get into the depth of your real program, it's viral sustainability. It's going to grow your business in fitness, in what you do, in your niche. And it's also going to grow because by its nature, how many other people are going to have your solution out there on Facebook, on their Empower Network blog, going, being shared and liked and commented on, and everything else that we have going. And here's the thing, too. Unless you went through the cost of doing something unduplicatable like a membership site and special WordPress, optimized press plugins, and all this guru stuff that would take forever, what a lot of people don't know, because we keep it so simple, we don't know that just because we say we have a simple way to make money online with Empower, it doesn't mean we're not driving a Ferrari. This thing is deep in features. And what you mentioned is that your existing customers, your tribe, you can put out content using your blog that is not visible to the public. It's not on your public blog. Only people at certain levels get to see certain information. So that in and of itself is going to drive people to say, well, I got to get in Colin's personal inner circle. I got to jump on the inner circle. Well, now I'm ready to jump on Colin's black level membership. I better come up to the black level and do that. So you can use them hand in hand. And the term is viral sustainability. And if you think we found this anywhere other than the Empower Network product line, you're mistaken. You won't find this level of marketing teaching anywhere else other than our own created product line. And this is coming out of people that are making $50, $100, $150,000 a month, more than that with David and David. It's collective marketing genius distilled so that we can just take it. So I saw you doing your thing on Facebook, attracting people. Then I saw you using your own passion and being authentically passionate about what you're passionate about. It was your voice. And then all of a sudden, oh, by the way, if you really want to work with me, now that they've made like 5,000 emotional decisions that they do want to work with you, you got to go through, you got to get this. And
let me add. I want to add one more thing that I think is really important. Before I actually started to generate any money from Empower Network, I just want to I used the tools and the education, and I would take that and I would apply it to my what you call my primary business, if you will, and it skyrocketed my monthly income from my primary business by, I'm talking, if I could say numbers, $10,000, $15,000 a month. And I know this is not typical, and earnings are not typical, blah blah. But I'm saying this is just taking the tools and applying them to my weight loss business increased my sales in my weight loss business exponentially. That's before I even really started making any money at Power Network.
Keeping it real, Coach, it took your business from Chrysler 300 to Maserati in lightning fast. Let me tell you, because I saw that.
Hey, I have a question for Colin. I have a question.
That's a nice way to put it, Franco.
Yeah, Lisa, go ahead.
Well, first of all, that was an awesome story. I know that there's a lot of people that actually are using the Empower Network as the blogging platform to help them build their primary business. But let me ask you a question. Okay, so you got people who were interested in losing weight, right? Your clients.
Mm-hmm.
But were the mindset of these people just customers, or are they like kind of the mindset of, well, he's using this blogging system, I want to use this blogging system to make money too? Because if they look in their back office as a customer, they're going to see products.
Mm-hmm.
So do you get any questions, or do you get any people questioning about the business? Have they upgraded?
That's a great question, Lisa. You know, that was the biggest resistance I was getting from my list, that it was, you know, for some reason, all they wanted to hear from me was weight loss, weight loss, weight loss, not make money. They didn't realize that as a weight loss coach and as a product owner, I was still running a multi-million-dollar business. I mean, they come together. So my thing was is that sometimes, and I got this from Dave Wood, and this is what I got in Anaheim. He says sometimes you need to give the people what they want. And then once they're in there, they start realizing, now look, you know, I've created my story, I have my blog, people are asking me what the heck to do, they want help, they want me to expand. Guess what? If you want to expand your business, every tool you need to take your business from 0 to $1 million+ a year is in the Empower Network. But these are not people that are coming in and going, oh, I see the business opportunity. Right now, they're focused on one thing and one thing only. Give me what I need to get the body of my life, and then I'll move to the second level. So that's why I said my business model is different than a lot of you guys' business model, because of the fact that really that was my biggest obstacle. I was getting so much resistance that I had to figure out a way to offset that resistance by giving them what they wanted. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Gotcha. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, passion personified right there, in creative ways to use our product line. And the education first helped him blow up his business, and then he found a creative way to embed the blog system product into his existing business as well, and that gave him more leverage, and he blew up his back office, went from a Chrysler 300 to a Maserati.